sure. So let's get our oil that is speaking to you. Maybe you're so busy today you didn't oil up at all. I did. I was actually off today. But grab an oil near and dear to you. I am kind of going between motivate and passion. I just feel like I need both. Maybe even console. I feel like I need my whole like emotional line. I don't know. So here we go, guys. Just start oiling. And let's get going and getting centered. All right, let's do some deep breaths. And if you want to join me, hands over your heart. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I feel like we probably need to do that more often just throughout your day because the day gets crazy, right? I need motivate too, like I need it all. So tonight we are going to finish up our week of Malama May, where this is our last week in May. And we are finishing it up with some product ed. And yeah, so I'm going to turn it over to Felicia. This is one of my newest builders. And if you were with us on Oahu, she joined us and was able to meet most of you. I think I need to give you sharing privileges. So,
okay, I don't know how this works. Hi, everybody.
I think Liza might need to give you sharing privilege. Oh, there we go. So, are you able? You're able to share your screen now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually tells you what screen is what. That's nice. Okay, so everybody sees Malama, your pet? Okay. Okay, so I was asked to talk about Malama, your pet. I've never done a training ever before like this, so just bear with me. I'm just gonna share how I use them with my animals. Okay, so I have dogs and I'm a dog mom, so I only have dogs. So I use oils consistently for them. In everyday use, I think we probably get up with oils. But first, when looking up all kind of dog essential oils for everybody's use, the Terra Shield seemed to be like the biggest, usage for all kind of bugs and any kind of like fleas, and especially right now with summer. And then I love the tamer and the kids line for the dogs because they're already pre-diluted. I don't have to really think about it. And I probably use tamer. It's one of my most used oils for them with any kind of tummy upset. I just rub it directly on. And I just don't even really think about it. And actually, I wish I would have a picture of them kind of flipping over because they really enjoy, I think feeling better too. So their reaction to me is just, kind of priceless. Oh, how do I go back? Uh-oh. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay, sorry. And then Copaiba, I use like firework time. Anytime there's lots of loud noises. This year it seemed like it was a constant from the beginning of the year for the first probably 3 months. So we were using Copaiba over and over again, dosing them on their fur and on their paws and, trying to get them calm and soothed. And then Aroma Touch. Aroma Touch is probably one of my most used oils for myself and for them. And so I was taking my Yorkie to work, and he would be very excitable. You know, he's trying to jump on everybody and stuff. And I started just using the Aroma Touch kind of as a signal, you know, that I needed him to chill out. And he would just roll over on his back and just let me like put it, you know, on him, you know, on my hands and rub it on his fur and stuff. And he really seemed to kind of enjoy the chill out that it gave him, you know. So I would definitely recommend, you know, kind of using it on them too. I just wanted to mention the dilution here. It looks like it's, you know, depending on the size, just like with, I guess, you know, children and adults, we want to dilute 2 drops into 2 tablespoons, or up to six drops into 2 tablespoons, depending on their size. Can apply to the back of their neck, their chest, inner foreleg, and their belly. Essential oils for cats, it's kind of an interesting topic because lots of oils cats can't be around. And here I have that cats metabolize and excrete things differently than other animals, and they don't have the liver enzymes that allow them to break down chemicals as effectively. So I found that interesting. I don't have cats, so I don't have that experience with them. So doing kind of the research today to put this together for you folks gave me that those kind of interesting tidbits I wanted to share. I love this petting method for all pets, but especially for cats. Only use essential oils diluted 1 drop to 1 ounce, and place your hands, you know, rub your hands together and then rub it on along their spine, and giving them a chance to experience the oils, but not maybe overwhelm them. So, and then the dilution, it looks like it's actually just 1 drop to 2 ounces. Oh, sorry. I don't know how to go back. Oh, here we go. Okay, sorry. 1 drop to 4 ounces. And then for big cats, 1 drop to 2 tablespoons, so 1 ounce. So I think it was, and I think what I looked at, it's like half of the dosage for the cats compared to the dog. So you really want to dilute if you have a cat. And then I had here DIY flea collar. This has eucalyptus, parashield, lemongrass, all really good for getting rid of bugs. But if me personally, I probably would just use a few drops of parashield on a nylon, you know, collar, and stick it on them and see how they do. That would be me. I would just use, just to simplify it. I think Parashield's great. I just stick it on them directly, but I really think the flea collar might be a little more long lasting. They have it by soaking in the solution and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's a good one, but I might just simplify that. And then dog treats. If anybody's cooking, I think some of you do like to bake with your oils. I've never personally did that, so I really thought this was a really good recipe, especially around the holiday times, the fireworks and all that. It gives me another chance to give them copaiba without just having to oil them up constantly. And then I just had things to remember, you know, just introduce them slow and leave the cap on. Always dilute your oils when applying, and just to avoid the hot oils, oregano, cassia, cinnamon, clove, and wintergreen, because I think that was kind of overall for both pets. And that was it.
Thank you so much. I loved it. Felicia was trying to send this to me, and I don't know, I wasn't getting it, but thank you so much. We love the graphics. Bernice said the same thing. Nice graphics, and thank you for doing the research. We appreciate it. There was a question. What do you use for itchy skin?
Well, actually, I really like castor oil as an overall kind of skin oil. So I would personally start with castor oil on like an itchy skin, or even like a rash or something like that, because it's very healing, and you don't have to have them kind of experiment with the oils, because for me, I've experienced they're all just kind of different. You know, I might put lavender on one, you know, skin that's like not so white. You know, I have like white dogs and black dogs. So on the darker their skin, it seems to kind of handle better. But I do notice on the really kind of white sensitive skin that for me, castor oil is probably my go-to. But other than that, I would probably go with like a lavender or something really mild. I noticed that it mentioned that not to use tea tree, but I have, because I do trust doTERRA's quality, and I think that when people shy away from certain, like a tea tree, you know, that kind of is, you know, if you do the research, it kind of shows, you know, some people say don't, and some people say it's okay, but you know, I haven't experienced any negative side effects, any kind of rash or skin irritation from a tea tree with the dogs. They don't, it's not their favorite oil, you know, but so.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to point out, Liza said, most importantly, Liza has a dog. All animals need to be able to leave a space or remove themselves if they don't like the oils that are being diffused. So I remember we went to a convention a couple years back, and there was a panel of veterinarians, and that was one thing they made really clear, that for instance, you wouldn't lock your pet in a bedroom with a diffuser going, because they wouldn't be able to leave if they didn't like that smell. And especially cats, that, like Felicia said, they're even more sensitive. So they need to be able to leave and go away from that diffuser or whatever it is. Um, Kate said, and she has both cat and dog. I love using lavender on my doggie during stressful times. And we also have been adding a drop of copaiba in her food. Oh, interesting, daily, to help with inflammation, because Jared runs her too much. Her husband is the cross country coach for Maui High, and they're always running. It's so funny. Anyways, I won't elaborate on that. He ties the dog to his waist and they go running. But Miley said, amazing. Thank you. That was great. I don't have animals, but I appreciate this so much. Absolutely, Miley. I don't have animals too, because we're always on the go. But my dad and my sister both have dogs, and they use actually a lot of oils on their dogs, which I love. Great information. Liza said, wow, Felicia, this is incredible. Quality does matter. And that is a good point. Like, you wouldn't, and we pretty much know this on here, like, you wouldn't go down to Costco and buy an oil and want to put it on your dog or your baby, right? I think of dogs as our babies. So you just wouldn't. You don't know what's in there, right? You just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put it on my newborn. I wouldn't put it on my puppy. So yes, we appreciate that. And Liza was saying that she uses a ton of Correct X on her dog, and we've used frankincense and copaiba during the fireworks. But other than that, not so much. That's just kind of like her basic oils, which same with my dad. He does a lot of copaiba and frankincense. But I guess it's like kids, right? You got to figure out what works for them. My dad's tenant has a, what does she have? A Maltese, and that dog loves rose. I'm like, she got to change her oil. That's like way too expensive. Like, we need a substitute. You can't be putting rose on the Maltese every night. Like, I'm sorry, Dad. Like, figure it out. So
Our puppy loves rose. Like, I just hold it up and she just smells it, and then she just like collapses, like, just give it to me. It's so cute. Yeah. So I had to mix her an old rose roller with just like oil, you know, so she could just have like the scent where I'm not giving it all to her.
yeah. Yeah. Let's remember what we paid for rose, right? Although we all love it. Thank you again. We're going to move into our business portion. It's not a typical business portion that we've done. Well, I don't know, maybe we've done it in the past. But we're going to take a little deeper dive into us, into ourselves. So it's going to be a nice time to reflect. So get a journal or a piece of paper, something you can write with. I love to write. So like I have like multiple, like literally, it's not good, but I have multiple things that I write on. And so that's what we're gonna do tonight. So if you need like 10 seconds to grab something, please do. And I will share my screen. Okay, this is really funny because I don't know why I can't see you guys, but um, I'm just gonna take you through this. So in the last couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of, I think it's just the time that we're in. There's a lot of heaviness right now with everything, with things going on in the world that we all know, wrapping up the school year, having your children finish off the school year with great success, and you as a person maybe just wrapping up things at work, even if you don't have kids in school. So I got a lot of I'm stuck. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, this month is a blur. How is this month over? Like, we're basically done with May. And it feels like it just went right past us, right? Like, whoa, what happened? How are we in May 25th? So I don't have the answer of how to get unstuck. It's not what we're doing tonight. But I sat and I just thought about a few things of how can we find our path? How do we get back on a path where we feel comfortable, where we feel confident, where we feel like we can continue on this journey because this is what we're made to do. So I'm going to take you through some questions. Sorry, let me go back to that slideshow. I'll take you through some questions. So here we go. First, we're going to pause. And although we did breath work in the beginning, we're going to really just sit, take a breath, and know that we are going into reflection. This is a moment where we're going to just calm ourselves down from the craziness. And we're going to sit. And I don't have slides for this, but I will be reading questions. And I want you to sit, think, and just write whatever comes to mind. So the first thing I want to know, or what you should know, not me, why? Why do I want to do this business? And it's not really what is your why. I'm not asking you what is your why. I'm asking you why. Why do you want to do this business? Why do you show up week after week? Why? Okay. And I can't see anyone, so I'm sorry if you're still writing. But I'm going to just ask the next question. Who? Who has supported you in your business? And it could be a list of people: mom, spouse, best friend, upline. Who? Who has been that person for you when things are super hard? with keeping that in mind, the next question is what? What pushes you to keep going? What keeps you literally pushing forward? Because we can quit anytime, right? Like we can all say like, we're just done. Like, I don't really want to do this anymore. I'm done. But really, what keeps pushing you forward in this business? All right. Where where do you see yourself with this business at the end of the year? Because we're at the halfway point. Where June is knocking at our door. So where do you see yourself at the end of the year? Could be rank, could not be rank. Just what do you see for your business? Where do you see yourself? And the last question that I have is, do you love yourself? Do you truly look in the mirror and love who you are? And just something that I had to ask myself and keep kind of myself in check is, do you wake up every morning and start your day in gratitude? Whether it be meditation, whether it be writing in your journal, prayer, going to church. How do you wake up and start your day? I came across this about a year or so ago, but I'm sorry, it's like way out of line and all the things, but I just I found it kind of last minute and wanted to drop it into this. Never start a business just to make money, start a business to make a difference. And I really feel like that hits really hard to my heart, um, because I really feel that all of us on here do that. We never came into this business, as far as I know, when I look at all of you, none of us came into this business saying, oh my gosh, I absolutely love the compensation plan. I am so in love with this compensation plan that I am ready to dive in and just run and make money. I think for everybody that I've talked to on this call, everybody is in it to make a difference. we share every day with everyone that we come across to make a difference in their lives, because it's made a difference in our life. So I'm going to stop my share. This is kind of what I wanted to just run through tonight to take a deeper dive into some of those questions that I really have to sit with and take time to reflect. I'm not an emotional person, but I got super emotional having to look at that. I won't ask anybody to, I won't ask anyone to share because I know it's so like deep to your heart. It was to mine, like in tears, journaling. But I think sometimes we need to ask ourselves those questions because it gets hard. This business is not easy. No business is really easy when you're doing a business, right? Whether it's, I don't know, you're opening up a restaurant or something. It's hard. But I think when you lead with your heart, and then sometimes frustration sets in or whatever, any emotion that sets in, it can kind of take you away from what are you supposed to do? Like, what is a journey? Like, what are we focused on? We're focused on helping people, right? We're focused on serving and introducing natural solutions to others because we love it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. Again, nobody's falling in love with whatever, all the money that's, there's possibilities, don't get me wrong, but nobody's like dying and falling in love with that aspect. We're falling in love to serve and help. So when you're feeling blah, read your journal and reflect on those questions, and then you'll dig deep. The rule is nobody can quit on a bad day. You can quit on an amazing day. That's when you can quit this business. So that's all I got, guys. I know that we need to take a picture, so don't sign off yet. Lies, do you have anything before we jump off?
I really don't actually. I am just trying to survive life as a parent at this current moment in time. I just, summer's upon us. And what happens a lot of times in this business, I said I did it and then now I'm talking, but is that there's kind of like this summer lull that happens with us as builders. Many of us are educators, so like feeling like we finally get to breathe and wanting to kind of, grateful for what Kanani took us through tonight, because I think it's a reminder of two important things that are hard to sometimes balance, which is this idea of taking care of yourself, self-care, showing up, taking care of yourself so that you can show up as the best version of yourself, because you only have so much to give to everything and everyone, while also balancing the fact that during this time, the business can sometimes even feel a little harder. Because everyone's sort of in this like slow down mode a little bit. So, reconnecting with why you're here and why you show up and what your goals are and how you're going to achieve them. Staying connected to that and grounded in that. But I have a lot of faith in this summer as far as business. July is going to be incredible with the launch of sunscreen, and I would say 95, 97, 99% BOGOs as well. So for those of you that are new, get prepared for that. And those of you that aren't, start thinking about what your goal is going to be in July. And you can't hit the ground running on July 1st. You really have to do some prep work ahead of time, right? So if your goal in July is going to be a bigger goal, maybe re-ranking, maybe hitting your 1500, you're going to want to start thinking about what you can do in June, or the last week of this month, and then in June to, prepare for that and set your team up for success, builders, customers, and the like. Yeah. So I lied and said I had nothing, and then I talked for like 5 minutes. So, just super grateful for you all this week. This month of Malama week has been magical, and actually, I really wish I should have prepared something to share about the grand opening, to be honest, on Oahu, and how special that was, and kind of kicking myself in the butt. But I'm in survival mode, and that's okay. So I will at some point share about that. But for those of you that are on Oahu, and those of you that have customers on Oahu, or those of you that travel to Oahu, just know you can literally place an order, choose to pick up at the Waipahu pickup location, and get your doTERRA there. It's super exciting. Don't have to pay for shipping, don't have to have a minimum amount. So this is really, really an amazing thing. I think they only have like 4 in the States: Utah, Alaska, I can't remember where there's, and now Hawaii. So we are really, really special to have this. And yeah, so thank you for your participation in Malama Week, whether or not you attended any of the events, cheered us on, or just took time to connect and Malama yourself, the Aina, Keiki, anyone. We really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and take a quick team pick. All right. Okay, smile. Oh, thanks, Dylan. I like the last minute pop on. All right, everyone. As usual, thank you for showing up for yourselves, for your learning, for your growth, for your community, for tonight, for your reflection, your connection, your grounding in your why, your what, your who, your how. It's a difficult time for us individually, for the state of the world. And we send nothing but love and gratitude to all of you and to all of your loved ones. Have a great night, and we will see you back here next week. Bye.